Haitian civilians took to the streets on a Sunday, barricading roads and blocking roads in a desperate attempt to prevent the last contingent of Kenyan police officers from leaving the Haitian country. These scenes played out at Betile Revive and Port Sunday, where residents erected roadblocks and gathered in large numbers, driven by one fear that without the Kenyan officers, the gangs would return. Witnesses on the ground described tense confrontation as hundreds of civilians surrounded the area where Kenyan police officers were stationed. Roads leading out were sealed off by protesters who made it clear they had no intention of letting the officers go quietly. In response, authorities had deployed helicopters to evacuate the Kenyan contingent, lifting them out of the area that had become impossible to exit by roads. The protest carries a deep significance. Kenya's deployment to Haiti under the national or the multinational security support mission, commonly known as the MSS, lasted 18 months. And during that period, Kenyan officers secured critical infrastructure, including the main airport, major hospital, reopened key roads that gangs had shut down, and helped facilitate the return of more than 2,000 Haitian police officers to active duty. The mission partially stabilized Port-au-Prince, allowing a degree of normalcy to return to a city that had been paralyzed by gang control for over decades. Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja had already received earlier returning contingent at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in March, with the final group now completing the withdrawal of the MSS in Haiti. The MSS mission was led throughout by Kenyan Godfrey Odunge, whose teacher oversaw some of the most dangerous phases of the operation in one of the Western Hemisphere most volatile security environments. The Kenyan exit is not a vacuum, it is a transition. The United Nations Security Council approved a new gang suppression force known as the GFS in October 2025. That force is now taking shape on the ground, with the first batch of the Kenyan police having arrived in Haiti early this month to begin peace operation. Chad will lead the new mission, marking a significant shift in the international community approach to Haiti security crisis. At the helm of the GFS will be Jack Christovins, a South African United Nations official with extensive peacekeeping experience across the African continent. Christovitz was appointed special representative of the GFS late last year, taking over the mandate previously held by Godfrey Odunge. The UN Security Council has signaled its intention to expand the GFS significantly, with plans to grow the force to approximately 5,500 personnel by October this year, that is 2026. The scenes of protest, however, tells a story that statistics alone cannot capture. Just days before Sunday's demonstration, celebration had reportedly broken out in parts of Haiti following the Kenya's announcement of withdrawal, a reminder that the MSS mission, like all other peace operations, carried both supportive and critics within the population it served. Sunday roadblocks suggested that in the communities where Kenyan officers had operated mostly closely, the sentiment rushed in the opposite direction entirely. For Kenya, the mission closes a significant chapter. For Haiti, the harder the chapter is just beginning. That is what is happening. The return of the last batch of Kenya's police in Haiti. They will arrive in the country tomorrow morning. And upon that, the United Nations will now conduct a vigorous GFS operation that was given a new name last year, 2025. The mission, being that was led by Kenyan, has not gone as smooth as it was. Remember, during the 18 months of Kenyan contingent in Haiti, approximately around 4 police officers lost their life, with one whose body was never recovered after being captured by the criminal gang in Haiti earlier last year. There's been also reports that the Kenyan Haiti mission was part and parcel of things that happened, that the United Nations and the Human Rights Commission captured Kenya using excessive force on residents during their operations.